welcome into the Coach's Corner. I know I have not been around lately in the last couple of weeks. So for the whole month of November, I was pretty much MIA, right? We had a lot of different things going on, life in general. I know you guys can relate to that. But in the midst of deciding to move and everything that was involved in that whole process, my husband and I ended up getting COVID. And I wrote about it in my newsletter that I know you guys, some of you guys subscribe, so you got the newsletter. And thank you so much for all of your well wishes and just emails that you sent me yesterday and this morning. And I am loving hearing from you. I hate that I'm hearing from you because of this sickness, but I am completely recovered and feeling great. The smell and the taste is coming back slowly but surely, and I'm confident that it will come back completely very soon. So other than that lingering taste and smell thing, we have recovered completely. And very excited about that. But I wanted to come on here and do a live because I know some of you don't get the newsletter. And I think in this time of the pandemic, it's important to talk about how to get healthy quickly if you end up getting sick. And I will be honest with you, before I got sick, I just never thought it would happen to me. I really never dreamed that I would get sick with COVID because I am so healthy. I'm starting from a healthy place. I've always taken care of myself, and I figured that my immune system would do its job and take care of me, right? And what I realized is it's not a matter of if you're ever gonna get sick with any type of illness, but when you get sick, are you going to be able to fight it quickly? Because we're all going to get sick with something at some point, whether it's just a small cold or you pick up food poisoning or, whatever. You're going to get something, right? And so the things that I'm going to share with you, I feel like they can go across the spectrum as far as no matter what sickness you have, this is going to be good stuff. But if you end up getting the virus, I don't want you freaking out thinking that it's the end of the world, because what we're hearing on the media, I feel like is very scary. It's very scary, and realize that I've lost a loved one myself to COVID. So I know there are people out there who are losing their lives, and it's people that we love and people that we know. But I also think that if you are starting from a healthy place and you're really taking care of yourself, that you can recover. That it's not unusual. Most people are recovering from this illness. So fourth and foremost, do not be scared if you get it, but take care of yourself. Know what you need to do to take care of yourself. So quickly, I'm just going to tell you kind of how it manifested for me and what I did in the 7 days, because literally it was 7 days from start to the fatigue lifting. Now, of course, I told you I'm still dealing with the taste and smell thing, but I feel completely healed, completely normal at this point. I don't have any other symptoms. So the way it started for me was I felt like I had allergies really coming on. So foggy head, headache, just not feeling great. You know how you feel when you get allergies, and I get allergies this time of year all the time, so I didn't think anything of it. And slowly, as the days passed, it became more apparent that I had what could be a cold symptoms, but it was all up here. I never got any kind of cough or felt any kind of way in my chest. And that's what typically I had been hearing, that COVID attacks your lungs, that you're going to get a cough, and then you can't get over this cough. And so I was preparing myself, like really paying attention to my symptoms, right? Because then I was thinking for sure. Well, it turns out my husband had COVID, and I won't go into the long story. He got tested, and so I thought, well, I better get tested too, right? So whole family got tested, and I also had it. So as the days progressed, the symptoms definitely got worse as far as cold and body aches, but I never had full-blown nasty cold symptoms where, you know, you're coughing up the green junk or you're blowing your nose and you can tell that it's all infected. Never had that. But my body did hurt. I had the body aches. It's like the cold and the flu had a baby, and this little tornado happened called coronavirus. So that's pretty much how it manifested, and then every day, you know, feeling better and better. But what did I do? More importantly, what did I do and what can you do to help yourself to get better quickly? And the first thing that I listed in my newsletter was about bone broth. And I don't know if you guys are meat eaters or not, but this is a company, you can see that is very reputable, and I really like them for the bone broth. I don't get any money for this, by the way. And by the way, I'm not giving you any medical advice. I am not a medical doctor or medical professional like that. So I want you to hear that, please, and know that I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm telling you what I did and how it worked for me. So I am not a meat eater, but I know that bone broth is packed with minerals and vitamins and really helps your body to heal. So I tried it and my body didn't like it. So yeah, I couldn't do the bone broth. Did not sit well with my stomach. So what I did was I had some cabbage soup with a very light broth, and that's what you want to consider. You want to be eating light. Your body does not need to be digesting heavy meals. That's not the thing that it needs to be doing at the time that you are sick. You need to be doing the light meals. Chicken soup, the bone broth, any kind of bone broth, you know, cabbage soup, anything that's light. Consider lighter meals at this point. All right, so what else did I do? Let me check, make sure that I get it all right for you. Going outside every single day, I think is crucial, because when we stay inside, we stay with those germs. And I know you can't see the germs. And by the way, I had my doTERRA On Guard, you know, going all the time, my oils going to purify the air, and I'm sure you guys have house plants. I don't, but the air inside is not going to be as great for you as going outside. And here in Texas, it's nice and sunny. It was warm at the time. It's cold now, but it was warm at the time, so I would sit outside for like 20 or 30 minutes, do some really deep breathing. I mean, deep breathing from the diaphragm. Maybe take a nap if I felt like it, but get the sun on my skin, vitamin D, right? That's helping me absorb minerals and nutrients, doing something great for my skin, and also, you know, helping me to get that fresh air, which is what we really need. The third thing I'm going to tell you to do is sleep. I was sleeping probably 10 to 12 hours a night. I mean, as soon as I could, I would crawl into my bed. I'd have no problems getting to sleep or staying asleep that whole time. You know, when you're sick, you don't wake up feeling refreshed. You could probably stay in bed. I didn't stay in bed. I don't advise staying in bed all day long if you can help it, but get your rest. When you're sick, you're sick. Your body needs rest, right? It is the sleeping is the repair and restoration, whether you're sick or you're not sick. So we want you to be getting a good bit of sleep, but when you're sick, really getting a good bit of sleep is important, and don't let anything get in the way of that. So if you're feeling like I need to stay in bed all day, okay, stay in bed all day. But here's to tell you, with the COVID thing, I didn't feel like I needed to stay in bed all day. It wasn't that bad for me that I felt like I can't get up. But I did sleep quite a bit. The other thing is the herbs and all the things, the supplements that I take on a regular basis. I upped those supplements to 3 to 4 times a day. And by supplements, I'm talking about the Juice Plus. And you guys have heard us talk about Juice Plus before. This is the trio with the berries, the vegetables, and the fruits. And this is the nutrients from 30 fruits and vegetables in my diet every day on a normal basis, right? 30 fruits and vegetables, 1 serving. I was doing this 3 to 4 times a day. So my poor little cells that were being attacked by this virus were getting it 3 to 4 times a day with the Juice Plus. That's a lot. That's a lot of nutrients. That's a lot of phytonutrients. Plant nutrition, which is really working on your cells, right? Really working to repair and replenish. And that's what you need when you're sick. You need to double up on that stuff so that you can really, really feel it. I was also doing the zinc lozenges. A lot of people take zinc. This is from Life Extension. Again, I'm not getting anything for sharing this at all, but the reason that I like the lozenges is because it's getting into that soft tissue of your throat and your nose, and that's where the virus typically starts and attacks. So this is not something that you take on a regular, but if you've been around a crowd of people, this is why you would want to start taking the lozenges. If you've been around a crowd of people without your mask, or even with your mask, and you're thinking, I'm not sure, maybe this is, a bad situation for me to be in, try the lozenges, I will say that they don't taste good. Don't taste good. So eat at your own risk. The other thing that I get from Life Extension is the vitamin D, and again, I just think that vitamin D is crucial. You need to be taking that on a regular as well, but I've upped my dose to 5,000 during this time of cold and flu season. And then for inflammation, I always take this turmeric and curcumin. But I was, again, taking it during this time just to bring the inflammation in my body down and to help me heal as quickly as possible. The other thing that you've heard us talk a whole lot about is this beauty here, Rasa, and this is adaptogenic herbs, and it's a lot of adaptogenic herbs, and I would drink 1 to 2 cups a day is what I was doing here, and adaptogenic herbs really help your stress response, so that, it's really, really good on your body when you're under stress, and when you're sick, you're under stress, your body is under stress, so need to be thinking about how to strengthen your stress response. You can try this Rasa. Try the Rasa for sure. So in a nutshell, as far as supplements go and getting your vitamins and all of that, that is, I think, great for helping you to heal quickly. And that's what we want. We want to help heal this whole thing quickly. Make it go away fast. The last piece that I talked about in my newsletter was to let go. Let go of all of the other responsibilities to allow yourself to just heal. Just heal. I mean, we are living in boxes right now, you guys. We're moving like next week. And if any time was the time to get COVID, it was right now. Because it was the week of Thanksgiving and I didn't have, work to worry about. There's just a whole lot of things going on in life that you probably think to yourself, I never want to get this. This is never a good time. And no, it's never a good time to be sick. But when you are, you just have to let other responsibilities, other worries, other things in life go by the wayside so that you can really concentrate on getting well. And that meant that I spent more time in meditation, more time in prayer and breathing and visualizing my body as healthy, visualizing light, healing light, and all the healing possibilities of being well and feeling strong and feeling good. That's important too, because it's not only what's going on inside your body physiologically, but it's also what's going on up here in your mind. And telling yourself that you're strong and you're feeling good and you're feeling well is just as important as taking care of yourself on the inside of your body. So in a nutshell, that's it, guys. I am well, I'm healthy. I thank you again for all of your well wishes. And if you have any questions about any of that, reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions or tell you more about my story. Remember that everybody experiences this illness differently, and so just because I experienced it like this doesn't mean you will. doesn't mean you will. But I know that the tips and tricks that I just gave you will help no matter what. So, continue the good fight of eating well, exercising, getting water and sleep, and stressing less. All right, guys, have a great one.